At night, the woman lay beside her husband but, unusually, found herself unable to sleep. Her gaze drifted toward the upstairs bedroom, her mind wandering because her husband's close friend was staying up there. Ellie had lived on this small island for 5 years. The quiet, easy life here had made her forget the outside world. She usually spent her days basking in the sun, savoring the solitude that brought her a deep, almost intoxicating contentment. One evening over dinner, her husband told her that his friend would be arriving the next day for a short holiday. Wanting their guest to feel welcomed, Ellie tidied the house in preparation. When Jack picked up Philip and brought him home, Ellie observed the newcomer quietly. Over dinner, conversation flowed and she gradually became more familiar with him. By the time they retired for the night, an unspoken tension had already formed between them. Jack, being the island's pastor, often had duties that left Ellie and Philip alone together. Jack, however, seemed oblivious to the subtle change in atmosphere. That night, after dinner, Ellie and Jack made love in their bedroom. So absorbed was she that their voices carried upstairs to Philip's room, keeping him awake. The next morning, Jack left for a few days on business, creating the perfect opportunity for Ellie and Philip. That evening, they walked to the beach, sipping wine in the sea breeze. Yet neither voiced what was truly on their mind, and they eventually returned home. Ellie kept her feelings buried, dealing with her restless longing in her own way. One afternoon, after returning home, Ellie began changing out of her shorts into her nightclothes when Philip unexpectedly walked in. He slowly moved closer, and just as he was about to kiss her, a voice called out from downstairs. They quickly dressed. It was a friend inviting them to go out. During the outing, Ellie saw Philip getting close to another woman, which unsettled her. But as Jack's wife, she concealed her irritation. The next morning, when Philip returned, Ellie's displeasure was obvious. He noticed it too, and tried to soothe her, though nothing serious had yet happened, partly because Jack had returned earlier than expected. Despite the clear shift between Ellie and Philip, Jack noticed nothing. That night, Ellie once again shared an intimate moment with her husband, their voices carrying loudly enough for Philip to hear. He quietly approached the bedroom door and watched. Ellie caught sight of him in the mirror, which only seemed to heighten her excitement. The next morning, she teased Philip, asking if he had slept well. After breakfast, Jack went to the church, leaving Ellie bored and eager for distraction. She invited Philip to go out with her, and the two took a small boat to an uninhabited island. For them, the real thrill lay in the danger and secrecy, not the trip itself. They spread a blanket on an open patch of ground, Ellie gazing at Philip with anticipation. Their hands intertwined, but it wasn't enough for her. She sat up, eyes lingering on his face with longing. Afterwards, Ellie gathered her things and headed back to the boat. On the ride home, thoughts of Jack stirred a faint pang of guilt within her.